Hey y'all, thanks for joining. Please pardon me for not being on camera tonight, guys. I'm tired and I'm trying to get through this live, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it. We only have a few topics. This is a quick pop in with some news that I hope you guys can use. All right. Somebody said crazy ASL. What's crazy? What's going on? Of course, everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use in entertainment. I see my top flights in the building. Hey, Truth. Hey, Tef is in the building. All right. Who else we got in here? Deborah Banks is here. Shirley Terry is here. Shauna Mosley is here. Hey, Grandma 504 Wild and Out is in the building. Stacy Lane is here. Flower Bloom is here. Squash DMV is here. Hey, Carletta Passmore is here. Kim Jones is in the building. All right. Let's get on into the show, you guys, because we got some stuff to talk about. So you guys know Ben Crump has appointed himself to be on this damn Nolan Wells case. I ain't happy about it, but hey, we'll get justice however we can get it. Hell, he couldn't help Shanquilla, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I guess we'll have to see what he do in this Nolan Wells case. But let's get into this. Jamel Peterson, I Am Comedy, shout out to them. Ben Crump and John Lemon exposes situation with Xavier Wells being forced to do drugs, you guys, before losing his life mysteriously at Horn Island in Mississippi. This is something I had no idea about. So they're saying that Nolan, y'all know he was getting ready to play college football, and he was trying to keep his system clean. You know, when you're athletes, you're not supposed to use drugs because they do random drug tests and all of that, especially in college football or any college sports. But he had already got like a scholarship and all of that, and he was getting ready to do some type of special training at which they be testing them as well. And they were saying that the guys, his Caucasian friends who invited him to come on this trip were trying to peer pressure him into getting high. So let's get into and saying that he was being forced to use drugs. Let's get into this, y'all, because this is hot tea here. Let's get into it. Let's go.
You know, there was an alleged argument, and people say that was over things about he was being very clear to not have anything to do with anything that might get in his system, because he knew he had his big workout coming on Monday. And so that's why they're like just not accepting any of this, Don. They are not accepting that their son just died by coincidence or accident.
Ben, do we know what that argument was? Do we know specifically if it was Nolan and people with him?
Well, you know, we have an investigator talking to some of their friends, and we're gathering information. And when we get that information, we will share it because we want to be transparent. We don't want to speculate, but we want to investigate. And that's very critical here. That's why, Don Lemon, we are having an independent autopsy done on top of whatever autopsy was done by the state of Mississippi. Mm-hmm. We're going to have him flown to a medical examiner in Washington, D.C., where his body will be preserved to do an autopsy to study every aspect of if he had any physical injuries to his body beyond drowning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was an alleged argument.
So they're saying that the argument that we heard on the beach, and when I played it in the video, had something to do with Nolan refusing to take some type of drugs that they were taking. Okay, y'all know the younger kids now, they're on the phenolin and the mollies and other little crazy little drugs, edibles and stuff like that. So with him being an athlete, he's trying to preserve his body and not test, have a dirty drug test and be kicked off of being able to play for the college that he has chosen to play for, that he has a scholarship for. So he wasn't getting ready to fuck up his chances of playing ball, which was his passion and a full ride at that. So they were trying to pressure him. So these are not good friends when you know that a person has this type of future ahead and they have this type of thing going on. Why would you try to pressure them into doing that, knowing that he could get tested and lose everything, right? Lose his entire dream. That's not a good friend to have around. And then to have y'all saw how they were screaming and carrying on with him. So now, and you could hear him in the background saying, so you're not getting on our fucking boat. You're not getting on our effing boat. They were really going off on him. So because he chose not to take drugs in his system, according to what Ben Crump is saying here, this is why you guys were screaming and hollering and carrying on and bullying him into trying to do this, and he didn't want to, so he chose to stay back because obviously he saw what you guys were on and why you guys came to the actual lake to come and get high. You wanted to be away from your parents. You guys heard the one of the parents read in the read her statement when she reactivated her Facebook account to say that and she's a judge rather, saying that she wanted to give a statement because she didn't want preconceived notions or whatever about her son. She said that none of the parents were there, except I think like one parent of one of the boys were there, but ultimately none of their parents were there. So they were just out there doing what the hell they wanted to do, getting high, probably smoking weed, who knows? But they were saying, according to Ben Crump, that it's alleged that the guys were trying to pressure him into taking some type of drugs, right? Crazy. And play a little bit more.
And people say that was over things about he was being very clear to not have anything to do with anything that might get in his system, because he knew he had his big workout coming on Monday. And so that's why they're like just not accepting any of this, Don. They are not accepting that their son just died by coincidence or accident.
Ben,
so y'all hear that? So that's the update on that. So Ben Crump, I mean, I'm not happy that he's on this case, but I can appreciate that he is pushing for outside sources in terms of doing outside investigations and not just taking what the state or what the local police department is saying. They're really digging. So thankfully they're doing that. We'll give him a chance to see. I'm trying to give him a chance. I'm not happy about him being on this case because he did Shanquilla, but if he's going to take the necessary route to do what needs to be done and find out what really happened to this boy, do I feel like he drowned? Hell no. All right. I mean, it's possible he could have, but I feel like it could have been a retaliation on them inviting him there. And I guess they probably saw him as a party pooper of not wanting to maybe take a gummy or take some Phenyl if they were doing that, or take whatever they were taking out there. Who knows? Shit. And I respect the fact that he chose not to taint his system with that to ruin his career. Because as you heard Ben Crump say, he was set to test that Monday. So he was not going, whatever he smoked or was going to put in his system, it was not going to be out by Monday. And had they drug tested him, he would have lost everything. So yeah, those are not good friends. Sorry. Okay. Those are not good friends. Let's continue on. Our president, honey, the one that's thousands of times in the Epstein files. Well, check this out. And shout out to the Jasmine brand on this one. Okay. Yes, honey, the same one that said he don't have to ask women for permission. All he got to do is grab them by the ussy, honey. That's what y'all president said. Well, while he has that mentality of grabbing women by the ussy without permission, a judge has ordered Donald Trump to pay E. Jean Carroll $5 million in an SE sexual assault case, Lord. Let's get into it. All right, Trump's getting hit where it hurts, in the wallet, while he oversees paying a diplomat, you guys. Now, federal judge in New York gave the order Wednesday, July the 8th, that's today, for president, not mine, Trump, to pay up in the E. Jean Carroll case, releasing the $5 million that a jury awarded her for sexual assault and defamation, plus roughly $800,000 in interest on top of that. Now, the timing is brutal. They say that Trump was thousands of miles away at the NATO summit in Ankara, when the paperwork came down from a Judge Lewis Kaplan. It says that, and that's just round one. They said that a second jury socked Trump with an even bigger bill of $83 million, you guys, in a related defamation case. And that verdict still tied up on an appeal. So Carol hasn't seen that money yet. So she's getting ready to have a lot of money coming her way. It appears that he sexually assaulted her and she sued the fuck out of him, and she's getting $5 million plus the $800K in interest, and she about to spin the block on his ass for that $83 million. What y'all think about that? That ain't my damn president. Well, he told you what he was going to do, and damn it, it looks like he's getting caught up. Now, if we can go ahead and get them to release those Epstein files and find out why his ass was in there thousands of times, okay, and hanging with Epstein, and then try to say he didn't know him and never hung out with him and that Epstein was a bad person. Well, he wasn't a bad person when you were seen laughing and cackling and whispering in videos with him. and seen in several videos with young girls. So yeah, talk about that. All right. All now he want to get Alzheimer's. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hang with him. I've never hung out with him. He's a horrible person. Well, so are you. And you're getting sued for being that. Let's get into this Kandi. All right, let's get into this Kandi Burruss news, honey. Because Kandi's out here speaking out. Todd is outside dating and doing the damn thing. And Kandi, honey, Kandi Burruss makes it very clear that she is not looking to be in a relationship after sparking debate about whether women should accept cheating when dating men with money. Ooh, honey. All right, so let's get into it. So Kandi made a statement, as we see on my screen. She says, having a debate with friends, and this guy said all men who have money are going to have other women, and we would have to accept that. So a lot of people think that, like, if you find a rich man, most of the time they're going to have like a side piece. Most women who are with very wealthy men probably stay in those situations, probably because of the comfortability and the lifestyle. And they say, hey, as long as my man is going to work and bringing home the bacon, hell, I'm willing to fry it up in the pan. And if he want to go out and have a few wops on the side, it is what it is. As long as I can drive with the double R's and the headrest and have all the Birkin bags I want with all the red bottoms in my closet, go on all the fabulous vacations and live in a multi-million-dollar home, I don't give a fuck. Right? You have some women with that mentality. So, of course, Kandi goes on to say, so, of course, I'm like, well, what happens when a woman has money as well? Says that he says that a woman like you, meaning like me, has to accept that or act like a man. She says, what are your thoughts? So Kandi is asking, now y'all know it's been all over the industry for quite some time that Kandi has been known to be a sugar mama to her men. I mean, look how she was with Todd, right? She was definitely giving Todd a come up when he married her. Now, not to say that Todd didn't have anything, because his net worth was $800,000 whenever he married Kandi, who was then, Kandi had a $35 million net worth when she married Todd, hence the reason why she pushed for the prenup. But at the end of the day, ultimately, she was the money maker. She had all the businesses, and all the businesses that they did, get during the marriage was mostly because of and on the strength of Kandi, right? And her money and her connections and things like that. So Todd was able to make a nice little come up by being married to Kandi, and he came up real good in the divorce settlement as well, at which Kandi was not happy about having to pay him. So when you kind of put yourself in positions to be sugar mamas to men that are beneath you, and I think Kandi likes to be in control. She likes to have that power, and maybe that feeds over into her relationship. She likes men that make less than her so that she can feel like she's the boss or a boss, okay? And you have women that's like that. They'll date men that's beneath them. But I always say, hey, that shit gonna get old after a while. You're gonna get tired of paying for things. And, at some point, you're gonna want him to whip out his black card or whip out any card shit and pay for things so that you don't feel like you are the sugar mama. So let's get into this. The multi-hyphenate star set the record straight, letting fans know that she's not looking to be in a relationship right now after sparking the internet's latest debate. Now, in her initial post, Kandi shared that a man told her and her friends that all men who have money are going to have other women, and that she's just going to have to accept that. Said that when she pushed back and asked what happens when a woman also has money, she said the man responded to her like, women like you, meaning like me, they just have to accept it or and act like a damn man. So it said it didn't take long for the post to spark reactions and make its rounds online, prompting Kandi to offer a bit more clarity. Now, she explained that the conversation was was just a fun debate, adding, obviously, we all want a person who has more qualities than just having money. But for some reason, a lot of men with money think that women or think that the money means that we have to put up with other bullshit, and that they have going on just because they have money. She also emphasized that this conversation is just a conversation for anyone who who took the first post as a sign that she's ready to mingle after her divorce. Okay, so she said she's been said that she's not ready to get out and start dating yet. She's still healing. She's still dealing with she and Todd getting divorced. I don't think she's really over Todd. I think that she's really more upset. I feel like Kandi ran off and filed for the divorce out of anger when she found out that Todd was messing around with someone outside of their marriage, when she actually offered him the threesomes. Like, here, I'm actually putting this in your lap. You can you know, you and I can enjoy this if you feel like you want something outside of me. But when Todd went out and found someone and was messing with this person outside of and was having an sexual relationship, Kandi found out about it. I think that she acted in emotions and ran to the courthouse and filed. And I think that now she might be regretting that because she's not in a hurry to move forward. And I feel like too, she is still trying to get over it, but I feel like she and Todd are always in the same spaces, in very intimate spaces. And then they're saying, hey, we're co-parenting. And not to say that they can't do that. It's great that they're able to go on trips with the kids and not be arguing and fighting, kind of like how the Mel and Martel situation is playing out. I'm happy they're not in that space. That's refreshing, right? But on the flip side, it's kind of hard to move on and get over things and get the person when they're always in your face, when you're doing the same things you did when you were married, right? Like nothing's changed. There's no boundaries, there's no barriers. Like, can you date somebody if he's always popping up? If you have a male friend over and he's just popping up saying, hey, I'm here to get the kids, by the way, kids, come on, let's play a quick board game. Like, he's just hanging around like they're not divorced, right? We just saw that they just came off of a nice vacation. The kids were there as well. Kandi was questioning, oh, why didn't he start going to church when he and I were together? Maybe we would have made it. You know, maybe our marriage would have made it. So she's entertaining, like, damn, it's like he's fixing himself up and he's doing all the things that I was wanting him to do when we were married now. But now that we're divorced, it's like he want to fix himself up for somebody else when he could have done it for me, right? Shit crazy. But shout out to Kandi for taking her time. And what's to say that they don't spin the block and get back together, because she's still in love with him. You can tell she's still in love with him. She is still in love with him. But hey, people fall out, people get divorced all the time and spin the block and remarry. If they decide to do that, it is their business. I don't care. Either way, I'll report on it because it's news. But hey, it is what it is. They do have 2 small kids, and they are still going to be a family like forever because of that. That's going to be something that's going to always, keep them tied up. It's because they're family shit. They got kids. But let's continue on. There's a lot of memories there. They were together. They were together like what, 12, 15 years. That's something that you can't just get over in a day or so. So we'll keep our eyes and ears open, child. Todd is not exclusively dating anyone, but he did say on his Instagram that he is outside and he is dating. So he's happy to be doing that. We don't really see Kandi dating anyone. She may be still kind of fraternizing with the girl Fatum, who was actually doing the threesomes with she and Todd and traveling with them. She may be seeing Fatum because Kandi does flip-flop from men to women. So who knows, child? She might be over there getting her carpet munched by Fatum. So let's move along. I don't care. And no, I'm not clocking her coochie mouse because I don't care. But let's get into this. Some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. K. Michelle and Shamea, child, they done hit a rough patch. It looks like K. Michelle has unfollowed Shamea, you guys, after the Real Housewives of Atlanta drama. Now, I hear that there was a lot of mess going on at that damn reunion. Hold on. Did I put the other post up? Hold on. Let me see. I got dual screens going on here. Hold on. Give me a second. I want to make sure I give y'all all this tea, honey. There's so much going on. I'm trying to keep up, y'all. Y'all can be in the know, honey. All right, hold on. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, I know right where it is. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop sharing and let me move this over because we do need that. I got to share that one too. If y'all hear something humming, that's my little fan. Do that. There we go. Weird sound. All right, so hold on. Let me get this next piece up. There we go. Again, y'all pardon me for not being on camera. Okay. Okay, hold on. All right, so let's share this other post where these girls are unfollowing, y'all. They are acting a fool. K. Michelle, I don't know. K. Michelle gives a little bipolar energy. Okay, 1 minute she's fine, the next 1 minute she like you, the next minute she hates you. I don't know. But let's get into it, child. Now, a Twitter user noticed that K. Michelle has unfollowed Shamea Morton. Okay, y'all know that both of them, they do share a platform on Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is K. Michelle's first season on the show. They said that now we don't know what led to K. Michelle hitting that unfollow button, but fans are already wondering if it has something to do with the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 reunion, which filmed 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Mr. Housewives on this one. Now, said that based on everything that we've seen this season, Shamea appears to be at odds with several of the women on the show. So it's possible that the reunion changed some dynamics. Now, they said if K. Michelle and Shamea were on opposite sides, that could explain the unfollow. But That's just speculation until either of them actually speaks out. So we're going to show you guys that they have unfollowed. So that this definitely has even more excitement for the season 17 reunion, which premieres. Oh, so we got a date now, August the 9th, you guys. So the reunion will appear on our screens August the 9th. All right, I was waiting for that. So shout out to Mr. Housewives for putting it out there, okay? So August the 9th, the reunion will be on our TV screens. I will cover the reunion. I cannot wait, okay? Because I hear it's going to be all of that. Let's go ahead and get into this tea. So y'all see K. Michelle. She has 8 million followers. That's impressive, right? She's following 5,000, but she has 8 million up there with like Beyonce and them, child. I ain't bad. So as you guys can see here, when you try to put Shamea's name in, she is not coming up. User not found means that that person has been unfollowed. All right. Okay, Michelle unfollowed Shamea on Instagram, child. Oh, honey. So had some serious knockdown drag outs at this damn reunion. This is really making me want to see it now. So let's get into this clip. Shout out to Real Housewives of Atlanta and Mr. Housewives.
Shamea and her mother come. They should go to the club. It's like 2 in the morning.
They did not come to the club.
Baby, Shamea mama came in her white suit with them titties pushed up to her chin. I don't know a mama like that, but I ain't knocking it. We're literally like this, and her mother is holding my hand. Like,
not y'all praying in the club.
Basically, it went on for over an hour. You say to me, and I just hope you be loyal to me. I hope you be my friend, because none of my friends want me to be your friend. So when I got to the car, I'm literally crying by then.
You was crying?
Yeah, because you keep
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
That's not right.
I have Shamea back more than anything. But for you to keep saying to me, nobody in Atlanta wants me to be your friend. I don't want to hear about no goddamn Kandi cold at nights. But I like you. And that's what I lean to. So,
Lord, girl, you need to be on some Paxil or some Prozac, because baby, you are gone in the dome. All right. So Kate Michelle is unfollowing folk, honey. We'll get to find out at the reunion. While we're speaking on the reunion, let's get into this right here, honey, because baby, they said the reunion is reunioning. All right. I know that ain't a word. I literally just made that up. The reunion, baby, is reunioning. All right. Okay, so according to No Chaser, said it looks like we've got a reunion, y'all. Said Andy Cohen was at Radio Andy and briefly discussed the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 reunion taping. So let's see what they said. They said that Andy Cohen says that he giggled with Portia, all Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. It said that Angela, Shamea, and Kelly got into it. Oh, okay. And it said that Phaedra was energized as well, and K. Michelle was unbelievable. Y'all know K. Michelle loves those reads, honey. She go gutter with her reads. But Portia was probably saying some stupid shit. Y'all know Angela Child, she's coming out of her shell trying to read the girls down this season. So we're gonna have to see what's
got the Atlanta reunion during the break. John, it reminded me of Atlanta reunions of the past. It was Portia and I were sitting there because Angela, she just will sit there. She just doesn't stop reading people. And like, she was getting into it with Kelly and then with Shamea, and they're going back and forth and back and forth. And what I said to the group is, I go, here's the problem. Y'all just keep reading each other. There's no stop to the reading. I go, at some point, you have to end with your final best read. You have to be like, okay, this was my best and final read, and I'm going to leave it there, and now I'm going to be quiet. But they just keep going. But Portia and I were sitting there giggling, listening. It was like, I just haven't giggled like that. I remember giggling with Nene when at Phaedra in years past. And boy, Phaedra was she was energized. I will tell you that. It was a really good reunion. It was really good. I'm really loving this group. And oh my God, K. Michelle, just unbelievable.
What is it that Andy is seeing that we're not seeing? He loves K. Michelle down, y'all. He loves himself some K. Michelle. And he says himself that he was so damn happy that she came, that wanted to be on the show. He was happy to have her on the show, but I don't feel like she delivered this season. So in my crazy mind, I think that he's definitely going to have her back next season. Hopefully with her getting her feet wet so that she really knows how these girls kind of move on screen, that maybe next season will be a better season for her, that she'll know how to move a little differently and not be so emotional and so, guarded when it comes to her filming scenes with the girls, because you got to get in there and fight, honey. These girls are fighters, verbal fighters, okay, and probably physical too. Y'all know Portia is known for putting hands on the girls, but you can't be emotional every time somebody say something. This child talking about, I'm going to the car and cry. Like, girl, no, you got to get in there and fight, girl. I need to see some back and forth. And I'm sure Andy was enjoying every bit of it because he is so fucking messy. Andy said he was sitting there giggling. That's what he does. Andy will sit there and set up a good argument at the reunion and sit there and cackle and giggle at the girls going back and forth. Like he said, Angela just kept reading down. He loved that shit, right? And then notice that he put the plug in there with Nene. Y'all know Nene would show her ass at the reunion. And Andy would sit there and be smiling and looking back and forth like he's at a tennis match, baby. He enjoyed every minute of it. And Nene would read them helpers down. All right. And I think he misses that. But now he said, hey, this is probably one of the best reunions. So we got to wait, honey. August the 9th. We will have to see what had happened. Okay. What y'all think about that? Shout out to Andy, honey. Shout out to Andy. All right, so let's get on, child, into the next thing. I'll make me a little note here so I can get something. All right, so let's get into, now there is a gag order. Martel is enforcing, I'm hearing that Martel is enforcing a gag order on Melody. He does not want her speaking out on social media anymore as related to him or anything as related to the kids. He is on his bullshit again, y'all. I said, let me go ahead and pull this document up again for reinforcement. Martel is raging. He is upset. I found out some info today that I'm going to actually talk about too, which probably is fueling this anger he has deep inside of him. And baby, when I say it's deep in him, it's way deep down. Okay, like a damn well, a well of hell inside of him. But let's get into it. I'm going to read this portion of the court documents that I've already read to you guys just to refresh your memory of the bullshit that Martel is on. Now, it's been brought to my attention. I will not reveal my source, but in conversation, it was brought to me that Melody mentioned that the two oldest kids during visitations with Martel, they're not inclined to want to go and do visitations. All right. I think they're sick of the shit. They're old enough to where they can make decisions in terms of going or not going. Y'all know different states have different rules and regulations as far as their laws of children being made to go with said parent. If a child is 13, 14 years old, they can say, hey, I don't want to go, and they don't have to go. So it said that the older two, Tank and Mariah, they are lately not wanting to go on visitations with Martel. So it could be pissing him off, but it was also said that he does make Boss Baby and Sugar Mama go on the visits because the older two don't want to go. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? That could be fueling his anger in terms of all of the kids not wanting to come, because y'all know he prides himself on being able to say, oh, I'm a great father. I've always been a great father with my 4 beautiful children. So when only 2 want to come and visit, and with her saying that out loud, that kind of makes him, look a certain type of way. So now his retaliation is, let me go do a gag order. So now Martel is enforcing a gag order on Melody, you guys. That was brought to my attention today. Martel is enforcing a gag order. So is he going to try to attack her Patreon of her being able to speak online? Anything related to the kids, the court cases, anything related to him? Y'all know she's been speaking out. She did share that Martel sent her a text message saying that once she mentioned that she wanted to move to Atlanta, he was saying, great, thanks for sharing that. Now I'm going to block you from moving to Atlanta. I'm going to go to the courts and this, and this. Like, it's a back and forth situation. So now Martel Hope is enforcing a gag order on Melody Cherie. Now let's get into this court document. I want to read that to you guys so y'all can see what the hell is going on here again. My God. All right. So number 10 on the court document. Let me see. Let's go back up. So you guys will know. Let's go ahead and get it on the documents. All right. According to which was electronically filed, because the person tried to try me in the comments and say, oh, that was old. So let's scroll up because y'all ain't gonna try me with that shit. All right. Y'all know we do not play that. Now, occasionally I will pull an old document in order to connect it to what's going on right now. That's not unheard of, okay? Because sometimes you got to visit the past in order to connect with what's going on in the future. But as you guys can see here, electronically filed 7/1/2026 at 2:03 p.m. The docket number 47DR 2020-900-543.03. Circuit Court of Madison County, Alabama, Deborah Kaiser. This is a verified petition for modification in rules NEC. All right, so let's scroll down because we've read all of that. I want to get to the part where it's talking about the gag, okay? The gag order, so to speak. All right, not the gag, but gag order. All right, so as you guys can see, we're going to start with number 10 and read down. It says here, the mother has willfully violated this court orders concerning the children's social media exposure. The father believes that the mother has allowed the children's maternal grandmother to use the minor children on social media platforms, including Instagram and Facebook, to promote and sell children's books. The mother currently uses the same social media platforms to promote the children's hair care products, cologne, and other items. Now, y'all know Tank has his own cologne thing that he's doing where he's selling his own cologne. Y'all know that I think it's Boss Baby and Sugar Mama has their own hair care products that they sell, okay? Let's keep going. It said it is further believed that the mother, through both the maternal grandmother and herself, is financially benefiting from the children's social media exposure by directing proceeds into accounts managed by both the mother and the maternal grandmother, Vanessa Tracy. Now, let's take you guys back to, and you guys remember, because I've covered this, it is in court documents as well. If I need to pull it, I can, because I know I have it. But Martel, in the beginning, when the divorce was being filed, when they were in the process of the divorce before it was finalized, Martel petitioned the courts for a percentage of Sugar Mama's hair care line proceeds, and the judge said no. So he's sitting back watching, pocket watching Melody and what she's doing. Mind you, like I told you guys the other day, he's not saving up anything from what we know of as far as for their future, as far as for college or miscellaneous, whatever they want to do in terms of whatever they want to do, like when they graduate school or whatever. But Melody's creating businesses, and they have accounts to where this money go into, to where they can use this later on for whatever they feel they need to use it for, right? And Martel, like I said, is pocket watching, and he is very concerned that Melody, once she does have now permission for the kids to be back on social media, they just can't monetize from it. They can't be on television right now until they become adults and can speak, like maybe 18, I think it is 18 years old. When they become of age, then they can, be on TV again. So what he is saying is that money is being made from social media appearances and from these side businesses that Melody has created for the children, and he does not get a percentage of that. So now he's blocking and trying to block any money made on said businesses, books, cologne, hair care products, whatever the case may be. Why would you block your children from being great? Because you can't get a percentage. You should not be due a percentage. Like, go and get a job, do what you need to do. You are on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Do the kids get a percentage of your check from Love and Marriage Huntsville? I'm just asking. Allow them to make their own money. That's teaching them how to be, responsible, right? It's teaching them how to earn money. One day they're going to have to get jobs. So now you guys see her, the kids in the basement with Melody packing orders. Eventually that will be a business that she probably will pass down to them. So they are learning the business. I don't see anything wrong with Mel's mom creating books for the children. If she monetizes from that, so the fuck what? Those are her grandchildren. I don't understand why that is so important to him. Let's go to number 11. The father avers that the mother has engaged in a pattern of making negative, disparaging, and derogatory comments about the father via social media. So he does not want her on Patreon, YouTube, or any other damn social media platform. Y'all know she does have Facebook. She also is on Instagram. She's on Twitter. She's really all over the internet. So he is, and I'm pretty sure she has him blocked on everything. I'm sure he's under dummy accounts. And he probably has Ariane like tracking and watching her, because that's what she used to always do. Watch everything that Melody would do and then report back. So how is it that when you're blocked, you know everything this person's doing? Let's talk about the stalking, Martel, because it's giving stalking. You are divorced from this person. She can do what the fuck she wants to and say what she wants to say and speak out, as long as she's not disparaging you. If she's speaking out and saying Martel is doing this, this, or that to me, I think the problem with that is that Martel wants to silence her. He wants to be on the fuck shit behind the scenes, but don't want her to speak. And then I'm going to show you guys video evidence here in a second that I pulled so you guys can see. Martel's been on this type of time, that demon time, since the beginning. When Melody found out that he was cheating and out doing things he wasn't supposed to do, it would bother him when she would speak out, and he would hear in the streets that she was talking to other people about things that was going on in their home and things that he was doing. And he would always tell her, keep that in our home. Don't talk to this person. You shouldn't talk to this person. So he wanted her to suffer in silence, and he's doing that again. So the father, okay, the father, which is Martel, okay, the father reveals that the mother has engaged in a pattern of making negative, disparaging, and derogatory comments about the father via social media. Such conduct is harmful to the minor children as it undermines the father's relationship with them, exposes the children to adult conflicts, creates emotional distress. So as I just told you guys, the older two children, they don't really want to go on visitations anymore. Occasionally, but they don't really want to go on visitations. He can't really make them because legally they are of age to say, I don't want to go. So now it's the let me attack in this way and blame the mother for them not wanting to go. They are old enough to be able to process and see things. These children, let's not forget, I forget which one it was, Boss Baby or Mariah, where Melody said that she was hanging out of the window and saw Martel with Ariane going into a restaurant and say, hey, get away from my dad. These children have seen a lot of things, okay, since this situation has begun. And Martel, let's not forget, you are the person that started this shit, and you are the person that introduced your side chick paramour, since I saw that word brought in these documents, okay, which would be Ariane, into this situation, and you're making your children respect the very person that broke up your marriage, which I think that's some fuck nigga shit, okay? Sorry. So let's continue. Number 12 goes on to say the father requests an order prohibiting either party from making public statements that disparage, criticize, or discuss the other party, the minor children, or any ongoing court proceedings of the party. So he doesn't want anyone speaking of any court situations, but lucky for Melody, she doesn't have to, because anytime they go to court, what do we get? The court documents, and we talk about it. You can't stop bloggers from doing that, because it's our jobs as bloggers, content creators, journalists to speak on that, because you guys are public figures and this is a public situation. We covered it since we found out you guys were getting divorced. You guys are on a show. Well, she was on a show, but Martel, you are still on the show, and anything that's going on, we have a right to discuss it. So he wants to silence her. He wants to muzzle her, and he is asking that there be a gag order on her. All right, let's keep going. Number 13 says that the mother has repeatedly made false allegations against the father and has misused the court system in an attempt to gain an advantage over him in the court system. Most notably, she filed a protection from abuse petition reportedly on behalf of the minor children, which was dismissed by the court after a hearing. These allegations have unnecessarily escalated the parties' conflict, increased legal fees, and caused significant emotional distress to the father and the minor children. As I just told you guys, they don't want to have visits because of all of the stuff that's going on. I feel like maybe they might feel a little bit more at peace being at home with their mom, and that's okay. But if they choose not to want to go on visitations, maybe you should change some things the way that you're doing, Martel, and be a little more less aggressive. All right, because they have seen some aggression with you, sir. All right, they've seen some aggression. All right. Of course, we already read this about Tank. We're not going to read it again because that has nothing to do with what we were talking about. But he does want her to be held in contempt. I already told you guys that before. Number 17, the mother willfully and wantonly refused to abide by this honorable court's orders, and she should be held in civil and criminal contempt. So he wants her locked up, as I told you guys before. But the new update is he is enforcing a gag order on Melody Cherie. All right. For those of you who did not know, you know it right here on the Caramel Show. Let's keep going. Martel, you don't want the children to be shown, but let's go ahead and show this, because you can't give Melody a set of rules that you don't follow. So let's go ahead and pull this up. All right, because we're going to be fair. Let's be fair. And we're going to show this because, Martel, you shared these on social media. You are a public figure. Knox's mother has shared him on social media as well. So we're going to just skim through. This is from Martel. And mind you, it is from November 8th, 2025, but this date does fall within the timeline from where Martel filed a motion to not have his own children with Melody Cherie on any type of social media and on the show or anywhere else. He does not want to earn money or nothing like that, but he can go and take pictures with Knox, and then he can post them on social media when he doesn't want his own kids to be seen with Melody, right? So as of November 8th, 2025, here he is, all willy-nilly, right? Mr. Father of the Year. Don't nobody come on here talking about why are you showing her child? We're showing this for purposes that we need to in order to you know, y'all get it, shit, for purposes. We're showing this for legal purposes. All right, so don't try me on that. All of the kids are really public figures now. Ariane, she's shared several videos, posts. She's shown her son on social media. These pictures are shown by his father, so I have every right. They are all over social media, so don't try me on it, okay? But let's go ahead. As you guys can see, November 6th, 2025. That was a few months ago, at the end of last year. These are pictures that Martel shared, all right? That's Mariah. We can share that. She is a public figure. She was on Love and Marriage Huntsville, as you guys can see. So he can share pictures, but you don't want Melody to share pictures. So you have a set of rules that you don't want her, and you make filing motions asking that she don't share pictures of your children on social media, on TV, and you having all of these stipulations. But what about you? What about you? The same should apply. Let's keep going. November 5th, 2025. Here he is again. Oh, who's that? There's his mom with his kids. Okay, that's Boss Baby Mariah. Okay, Martel, you shared these. All right, let's go back up so we can get it on wax. That's you, Martel Hope, November 2025. All right, he said a few of my favorite people in the world. Congratulations, Mariah Malia. Okay, that's you, Martel. You shared these. Okay, one more again. Here you are again on October 31st, which is Halloween. Nothing like that sibling love being checked out of school early. It's Halloween. Maverick, which y'all know his name is Knox, but he calls him Maverick because all of his children with Melody, their names start with M. So he wants to blend Ariane's son in with Melody's kids and call him Maverick, okay? Ariane said a million times she was not naming him Maverick. She wanted his name to be Knox. So now Martel references their son as Maverick. So as you guys can see, here's a picture he shared of Knox and Sugar Mama embracing each other. They are siblings, okay? So I see nothing wrong with that. I'm pretty sure Melody didn't like that shit, but yeah. So this is Martel. He's sharing the kids, and he shares them willy-nilly. But as soon as Melody shares a post, picture, video, or anything with the kids, he goes batshit crazy and files another motion. But here you are, Martel. All right, is with Maverick Hope. And let's go back again just to get it on there. Let's get your name so we can show that you shared these, okay? Again, you shared these, okay? Again, you shared these, okay? So what do y'all think? What's good for the goose is good for the damn gander, Martel. All right, let's get into this clip that I pulled just to show a pattern of behavior. And we're going to get out of here. I ain't gonna hold you guys long. I was browsing and I saw this. I said, oh, yeah, this would be great to add to my video. Shout out to the 365 watching me. Please don't forget to tap on that like. Let's go ahead and make this big because we love big over here. All right, we do. All right, let's get into this. We're going to go down memory lane just to kind of show you guys. All right, shout out to Love and Marriage Huntsville 3 on this one because that's where I saw it. Let's give them credit where credit is due. So we're going to go down memory lane and just look at some behaviors that Martel was displaying prior. Sometimes when you're in love, you don't see certain behaviors that need to be addressed, or that could be red flags, all right? Martel had that spirit in him way back when. We're going to take a look at it and we're going to dissect it, all right? Please pardon me if I have to play and stop because we do have to do commentary in between videos, all right? Let's get it. Let's go.
I know you helped me get them ready to school.
Okay.
All right, babe. Don't forget Mariah has 10.
It was just appropriate because it's always like you're trying to start something with me. I'm serious though. I mean, it's not funny because it bothered me a lot. It's almost like you be trying to dig at people.
Well, baby, if there's nothing to be found or dug up, then I mean, it doesn't matter. My thing is, if you don't want your business in the street, don't do anything that you don't want in the street.
No, I mean, first, you know, I'm not perfect.
Right.
But when something goes on, I don't think it's suitable to continue to bring it up. And especially amongst the friends.
Well, that's what aren't friends supposed to be there for each other to help?
Considering that we're about to go into business with them, our business, like you don't tell nobody like our business on what's going on. You know what I'm talking about? If we're talking to a counselor, it's different. When we're talking to anybody who could possibly go and just mention it to somebody else, the next thing you know, 100 people know our business.
If I want to ask a question amongst a group of my friends, then I can ask the question.
I don't think it was suitable for you to bring that up.
What was that?
I call you, You didn't have time to talk to me. So
let's pause. All right. So as you guys can see here, he wanted to dictate what she say to who she say it to when he was out fucking around and doing what he wanted to do. And when she chose to seek solace in a friend, because she was going through it, still trying to stay in her marriage, still trying to make this shit work, even though he was playing in her face saying he was going to work. Whole time he was at Ariana's house eating ass. So at the end of the day, Martel was back then trying to muffle her and silence her and gag her to keep her from speaking out on the things that he was doing. So it's like he can do whatever he wants to do. God forbid she speak out about it, because y'all know sometimes, most of the time, if not, talking to someone will kind of relieve the pressure of what you're dealing with in a situation, especially if it's in a relationship or relationship related. When a person is hurting you so deep, if you want to talk to a good Judy or a good girlfriend and they can enlighten you or tell you some, things that you can do to maybe get out of that situation or heal yourself through that, then I don't see anything wrong with that. But the thing with Martel is he wanted to be able to cheat in peace and silence her to suffer in silence, right? And you have to watch men like that because they can be very dangerous. Narcissistic people do not like exposure. So the fact that Melody was continuously exposing him, he didn't like that, and he chose to have a little side meeting with her to let her know. Let's keep going.
What's I doing?
I always complain. Tell like, babe, why you can't talk to me? I don't got time. I ain't got time.
Meeting. I'm out of this meeting.
Me too. I had meetings. It doesn't matter. It's about having time for your spouse.
You pushed me. You got me more involved, doing more with the company, with the community, with everything else. And it was a setup for the okie doke.
Because there's no way
you
I can
have
talk
so
to
many
you all the
friends.
time.
How does no male stop doing certain things? Sexual?
Hey, what about sexual? What did
You wouldn't satisfy me.
How?
But period.
I wasn't satisfying you sexually?
No.
Did you ever talk to me about that? You never said to me, you're not satisfying me.
When we in the bed, I'm saying, babe, you ain't gonna do this for me? No. You ain't gonna do that for... No. What you think that is?
Okay.
That's disappointment.
Okay.
To your husband to tell him no for anything.
And does that open the door for you to be able to step out and do what you want to do?
Of course.
Okay, so all those years when there were certain things I was telling you that I wanted you to experience more sexually and do more and you didn't want to, should I have just stepped out?
I can't recall that.
You can't, of course, you never can recall what you don't want to recall.
What, talk freaky? Okay, I don't want to talk freaky.
Yeah, you don't want that. So you open up.
Okay, so talking freaky to your wife is something that she's telling you she enjoys, that's going to help her get to that point to where she can be maybe extra freaky for you. So as you guys can see, even intimacy was one-sided. The bedroom antics was one-sided. So Martel just wanted to lay back and grip his palms and put them behind his head and have Melody apple bob him in his lap. And as long as she was giving him that, he was satisfied. But whenever she said no, especially after finding out that he was fucking off on someone else, and he wasn't just messing with Ariana during that time, then it became a problem. But she's telling you, well, I have needs. I have things that I want. I like when you talk freaky and dirty to me. And he says, oh, I don't recall that. So it's amazing how Alzheimer's creep in when it's your turn to remember shit, but you always remember when it's on somebody else. Let's continue. Another narcissistic trait. Let's keep going.
You have to learn and know the trophy that you have.
Okay,
when
but
you
the
have
trophy
a
ain't
woman,
being a complete trophy if she's not taking care of her husband.
You got somebody who can talk to you all the time, who's cooking for you, who's satisfying you sexually. Why don't you take your ass on and be with her?
I don't want to.
What?
Let's pause. Melody's talking about Ariana right here. Right? Martel was saying he can't leave Ariana alone. Melody just gave you an ultimatum. If you have all of these things in this other person, she's talking to you, she's giving you, fellatio when you want it, she's cooking for you, doing all these things that you want done, that you're saying that I'm not doing, why don't you go and be with this person? He says, I don't want to. And that rings truth because he don't want to be with her. Has he proposed to her? Has he married her? He's still chasing Melody after almost 8 years of divorce and separation. He is still as bruised and hurt and in his feelings as if the shit happened yesterday. He's still filing motions even after divorce. He's still clocking who he thinks she's dating, right? He's going crazy because he just saw Hill Harper on a video at Melody's house talking to his kids. Okay, the kids that don't want to come and visit him. Those were the same two sitting at the table with another man giving your kids sound advice. They can't get that advice from you because all you want to do is yell and holler and carry on. Right? She can't have a security guard because then you think she over there fucking him. Right? She can't talk to none of her friends because you want to be able to cheat in peace. So what can she do? Then you delegating all of the you delegated all the responsibilities at Holt & Holt so you can keep her busy so that she wouldn't be able to run around and check on you. That's what he was doing. That's what Melody was just saying. You kept me so damn busy. The shit that he was supposed to be doing, he put that on her so that she would be so busy and couldn't leave the office to go and find him to see what he was doing. Let's keep going. Red flags everywhere.
You know, Martel, he stepped out his marriage, he cheated. Melody, taking him back, and we good now.
And you're good.
Is nothing else to say?
And it's over. The most important point is Mill taking him back.
God is trying to tell you something, you know?
Do you trust him?
I used to feel like Martel wouldn't hurt me for anything in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to feel like he wouldn't want to break my heart, you know? But it's not really, that's not how I feel anymore. I just don't know. Like, I feel like we used to be super, super close. And now it's just, I don't feel like that anymore.
Oh, baby. He loves you. He really do. You and them children.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I mean, he's a great father. And I know he'll do anything for his kids. But it's one thing to love somebody. And it's another thing to love them enough to the point where you won't want to see them hurt. You want to do anything that could hurt them or jeopardize, you know, anything. And that's just kind of what I feel I'm
discouraging you from trusting.
I don't like.
Marlene didn't give zero fucks right there. Okay. My boy. You're not talking about my boy. That's what she was saying in her mind. She didn't say the shit out loud. But give her 3 more seconds, she would have said that shit. Not my boy. Not my boy. Not my boy. I know you're not over here crying about my boy. She'd have been on that shit. But at the end of the day, you can see the pain in her eyes. This is a person who decided to still stay after and gave him another child. All right. Even after all of the things he kept promising her, I'm going to do right. I'm going to stay home. I ain't going to mess with this person no more. The nigga went out there and got a whole second phone and was still playing in her face. So it comes to a point in time where you got, like, she had to talk to somebody. At one point in time, she thought she could trust Marlene. Do I feel like Marlene was running back and telling Martel things that Melody was telling her? Now that I look back at it, yeah, I do. That's his mom. She's always going to take her son's side, as we see now, because she started talking shit about Melody, right? She started talking shit about Melody. And Melody had to check her and block her ass because she was like, hey, I always saw Marlene as like a second mom. But then Martel, maybe because she's afraid of him, kind of turned her heart and had her acting all crazy towards Melody. So y'all saw she got really emotional there trying to talk to Marlene. You know, sometimes the daughter-in-law will go to the mom or the mother-in-law to kind of talk to her son when he's acting out and doing things. I think that maybe that's what she was kind of trying to get Marlene to do, is like, hey, talk to your son. I really want to stay with him and keep my family together. Marlene sat there with that little smirk. She already know her son. Marlene knows her son, right? Marlene already knew before Melody that Martel was having a son with Ariane. Let's not forget that, right? Marlene was the secret keeper. She sat on Martel's secrets, right? Which lets me know you were probably hanging around Ariane, and then when Melody would come and cry to you, and you would sit there with that smirk on your face like, oh, I know something that you don't know, right? That's what it gave. That's some evil shit. Now that we look back on it, that's some evil shit. You knew that your son had a baby on the way and that it was going to be a son before the wife even damn knew. And not one time did you say anything to her, because Melody said she was always going to Marlene's house. Y'all were doing brunch, lunch, and every damn thing else. And you sat your ass there eating like a pit bull and ain't said a motherfucking thing. But let's keep going. Ooh, child.
You leaving me and the kids here going to the gym.
Okay.
Yeah, that bothers me. I feel like there are all hours through the day that you can go to the gym.
Maybe not really. Not if I get up and got serious things to do in the morning. And a lot of times I take the kids to school, you know,
I mean,
and then I got to come back and work.
Then. Yeah, I'm saying figure that part out where you don't have to go to the gym at night.
I mess around and be chunky because I mess around and miss this day of working out.
Well, you asked me
what
you
know
will
what?
make you feel better. I'm telling you.
You know, a solution to that is whenever I got to work out at night, we get a babysitter and you come with me.
Okay.
See, I'm thinking of solutions.
Okay.
Not like limiting me on what I can and can't do, you know?
Mm-hmm, because you don't want to be limited.
Why should I be?
Mm-hmm.
You know, with anything. So,
okay.
Yeah, I do have something for you, though.
You do?
Melody knew he was full of shit right here. All right, I want to go past this because he's just going to go get her some flowers on some fake ass shit. All right, so let's go forward.
Back. Even though the things that I've done in the past, you know, she's like, you're not going to treat me like this or you will be by yourself. That's the type of woman I want in my life.
Oh, really?
Well, so these are for you. little bit of excitement.
Let me go back. Let me go back.
That's the type of woman I want in my life.
Let's go back. Hold on.
Well, in the past, what? I take that back.
Hold on.
Don't get too excited. It's not a car.
I see that
It's
part.
not a Rolex. It's not a Louis Vuitton. I love my wife unconditionally. She's a great mother. She's a great role model. She takes good care of me, though. Even though, I've done so much in the past. What? I take that back. Even though the things that I've done in the past, she's like, you're not going to treat me like this, or you will be by yourself. That's the type of woman I want in my life.
Really?
Well, so these are for you. A little bit excitement.
All right, so let's pause. That's the type of woman that you want in your life. She already told you, hey, she was willing to stay with your stupid ass when she knew you were lying and cheating and doing what you were doing. But you just sat here and said she's a great mother. She's a wonderful person. She's this. You bigged her up. So why are we filing motions now saying she's not a good mother to your kids, that she's not this? All the things that you're saying in this video, bigging this person up when you were so in love, when you were with her. This is what I don't understand. Because you just said here she's a wonderful mother, she's an awesome wife, and all the things that I've done. Oh, let me go back and change it. All the things that I've done. Like, he is crazy. Now all of a sudden you in court asking for this same person who's a wonderful mother, a wonderful person, to be gagged, have a gag order, and be arrested civilly and contemptuously, and all these other damn leads that you're asking for the courts to do because you are still mad and bitter. Let's get into this next topic, child.
The day I know that I have been a good wife to him, I've always protected him. Like, even not putting all the details of everything he's done, I didn't even put all of that out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just really has obviously lost his damn mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be posting screenshots of all kinds of texts, embarrassing the hell up out of him. I protected Martel with the whole Hold and Hope brand, from the I Push event to the open house for years. For him to publicly come at me like that, I would like to see it where we sell the properties that we have, pay off any joint debt, and then divide whatever profits.
So you're hoping for a clean break?
Right. Yes, sir.
Well, let me be the first to tell you there's no such thing.
And we see that shit happening, right? The attorney told her, ain't no clean break. Shit, they've been doing this since 8 years almost? It still ain't no clean break. She is fully divorced from this fool, and he is still on her ass like a rash. Y'all hear me? Like a damn itchy ass rash. She is still on her ass every other motherfucking day, week, month, filing motion after damn motion. And I feel like he keeps doing that. Like he said in the court documents, he don't want her to be there via Zoom. He don't want her attorney to come and represent her. He want her physically in court. Nigga, that means you filing motions to see her at this point. That's what you're doing, Martel. You are filing motions to get to see this woman in court. You can't come to her house because it's an order. And your ass gonna be locked up if you do. And she got security up over there now. So you can't just pop up like your ass used to do. Talking about my kids stay here. I can come anytime I want. No. That's not how that shit works. All right. That's not how that works. So now that she's put ramifications and boundaries up, so you can't just be popping up when your ass get ready. So now it's let me keep filing a motion or two so I can see her in court. Because she gonna come out hair done, nails done, everything done. And he loving that shit. He videoing her. Well, he videoing her the last time he saw her in court. He done got in the car with his paramour, with her ass sitting there with that fluffy ass ponytail, Melody dressed to the gods like she just left a damn interview, and he's sitting there videoing Melody with Ariana sitting directly beside him. That's a stupid ass bitch right there. I'm sorry. Why you asked me to come to court with you for your ex-wife so you can embarrass the fuck out? And she ain't even smart enough to be embarrassed. That's the thing. Right? Where real women don't be on that type of bullshit. You can't ask me to go nowhere to help you go after your ex-wife for some self-gratification while my stupid ass sit on the passenger side like a scrub that you are. Right? While you go to court trying to attack this woman because you mad and bitter that she won't take your stupid ass back. So this is what we're going to keep doing motions. Now, I'm happy to keep reading them because it's good money. But at the end of the day, like, what's the end game, Martel? What is the end game here? I played these clips back so that you guys can see. Like, don't sit up and when you guys are in a great space and say, oh, this is a wonderful person. Melody said that he was a great father as well. But I feel like Martel threw all of that away when the divorce went out the window. We saw him, oh, I got to take the kids here. I got to do this. Da, da, da. But once she decided to disconnect from him, he disconnected from reality. The reality is that you still got to be a great father. You still got to take care of your kids. You still got to be present and do all the things that you're supposed to do. That don't go away because a divorce is in place. Now you got your kids, but they only want to be around your ass. And when them other younger two, when they become of age where they can say so, you're not going to be able to see them at all. That's what's happening. And it's bothering him because he don't have that control. Narcs like control. He don't have that no more. He don't have that control no more. When Boss Baby and Sugar Mama become of age like Tank and Mariah, he ain't going to be able to do shit about it because they're not going to want to come and see Daddy. So that's why he's filing motion saying, oh, she's saying crazy things about me, which is affecting the kids and their emotional distress and all of that. But I feel like everyone involved needs to take responsibility for the bullshit. The kids are taking a hard end of the stick on this situation. They are. This shit got to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. A mother should never have to tell her kids, you guys find me whenever you guys turn 18, 19 years old or when you become of age. A mother shouldn't have to tell that because she feels like the stupid ass baby daddy is going to have her locked up on some bullshit and filing motions and taking out warrants. For God's sakes, you have a 6-7 year old. How old is Sugar Mama? 6 years old, 7 years old? She needs her mother. She needs her mother. All the kids need their mother. But when you are more so focused on trying to destroy a person, then the things that matter most is just not a priority. All right. But this is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I always like to show visuals whenever I'm talking. It's a mess, y'all. I hate that this situation is going on. I really do. But Martel is really Martelling out here, honey. He is filing a gag order to stop this woman from speaking out. He's probably going to try to keep her being on Patreon and talk, and talking about them. He doesn't want her speaking out at all. At all. Every time she exposes him, he filed another motion. But this shit is fucking crazy. Shout out to the 431 watching me. OMG. Please hit the like button. Please hype up this video as well. Also, please don't forget to check me out on all publications on social media. I'm under Caramel Rail on my Caramel Rail show on Facebook and everywhere else. All right. I see some names that I don't recognize, but welcome. Thank you guys for all being here as well. Okay. All is welcome, honey. Please don't forget to like this video, hype it up. Thank you to my top flight mods. Okay. Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and Truth TV Podcast. Thank y'all for doing an awesome job. Okay. You guys always do an awesome job. I really, really appreciate you guys. Great show. Great show. Let's go ahead and give it an applause. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Car Chronicles is in the morning. You guys please keep your notifications on so you know when we go live. Let's get into it. A little trap music for you. Enjoy. Bye.
Caramel. Let them know. Yeah, you know we It's your girl Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest type of tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramelian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I tell lies. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I amplify. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramelian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Like, coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramelian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah, it's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know